Welcome and thanks for riding with the Cowboy. For this evening, we got a lot to go over in the show. We got the Bucks training camp starting July 28th for the 2026 season at One Buck Place in Tampa. We got the whole team out there practicing. They will stay with the team until the season ends. This will be the start of the 2026 season. Everybody will be there. Our rookies, our new free agents, our roster we had from last year. That's coming up next week, the end of next week, not this week. It will start 2.5, 3 weeks of training camp before our first preseason game, which we'll play 3 of those starting in August. And, of course, our first game of the year will be the 13th of September against the Cincinnati Bengals in Cincinnati, Ohio. Our second game of the year, of course, will be against Cleveland Browns in Raymond James Stadium. But the first game of the regular season will be in Cincinnati against Joe Burrow. But we're going to get training camp started. We're going to get our players out there. They're going to get in condition. They're going to go through drills and then do everything that they do every year, all 32 teams, everybody out. And so the season will have beginning of that day, the 28th of July. So we're looking forward to that. All of our players are ready to go to camp. We haven't any major injuries of any single player that would hold them out of camp so far. You always have your so-called some injuries during camp because they're actually getting out there in pads after the first few days and they're starting to hit and practice. They don't get that much time to do this physical practicing anymore under the collective bargaining agreement of the National Football League. They only have so many days they can be in pads during the season or so much time they can practice. So during the training camp, this little small window, they're going to pack a lot in there. And as you know, they stay at hotels by the field. They do not go home, even though they live in the town. They stay there so that they can intermingle with each other around the clock, get back out there and focus on what they've got to do practicing. So we're fixing to get it started. We're going to see Ruben Bain out there, our rookie sensational defensive end. We're going to see our new linebacking core. We're going to see our new draft pick Trotter, our linebacker. We're going to see our new running back Kenny Gainwell from the Pittsburgh Steelers out there running the ball. We got new coaches. We got new special team coaches. We got Danny Smith in as our new special team coordinator. He's going to put a lot of wrinkles in our special teams to get us back to where we should be in the special team side. A lot of things, a lot of moving parts going to get started all at one time throughout the whole league, the 28th through 30th of July. And for those first 3 weeks, it's going to be mostly inside camp. But there's always a significant injury. Somebody came down wrong, got hurt his knee, hurt his leg, something that could be coming up during that time frame. But then again, there isn't any preseason games till the mid-August time. And then there's only 3 instead of the old days where there was 4. And then we take off to Labor Day and get ready for college because that's when it'll start. But the following Thursday night after the Monday of Labor Day will be the first game of the year. So it's coming upon us. And everything is lining up to have a great season for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers this year. They're going to have to work on a lot of things that went wrong with them last year, especially the defense. And they put a lot of time and a lot of players into that defense we have never seen together before. So it'll all be new to everyone to see what it looks like when it's all put together. But the putting together part has already started. The actual feet on the ground, hands in the grass, pads on your back, helmets on your head, hitting another person is going to start pretty soon. And so we're going to keep you posted here at Sports Talk with the Cowboy on what all things are going over in the training camp situation with with the Buccaneers and the Dolphins and all the other teams. We'll be monitoring each and every one of the 32 teams' camps, and we'll be able to tell you if there's been any major injuries or not any major injuries, and when these preseason games will get started in the middle of August. We'll keep you posted. For right now, we're just doing like everybody else and waiting for the date for the camp to open. And we'll keep you posted on what's going on out there with our Buccaneers in this 2026 campaign. We're looking forward to it. And now we're going to go to the Tampa Bay Rays, which are at the top of the American League East. They won last night against Toronto. They had a 5-game losing streak, 4 to Boston when coming into Toronto. They won the last 2 games against Toronto. They play tonight, the 3rd game. They're 2.5 games ahead of the New York Yankees in the American League East, and we're past the halfway point. So when you're 90 games into a 160-game season, you're past the 82 game. So you're past the halfway point. Still a lot of baseball, but you're still leading the division. And at the end of July is the trade deadline for the Rays to go out and acquire players if they believe they can go and win the World Series. And for the last few years, they have not acquired any. They've sold players. There's buyers and sellers at the trade deadline in Major League Baseball. Those who buy, that's got a shot at the World Series. Those who sell, who've got no chance at all. The Rays are in the buying situation this year. And I expect some big trades in the next 2 weeks for the Rays. I think they'll go get a pitcher and they'll go get a power hitter and try to make a push and try to get in the playoffs and get to that World Series. They're going to try, I believe. If you're going to try, you might as well do it when your team's been in first place the whole year because you might have something there. You might need to tweak it, and that's what they're going to try to do, tweak it a little bit. Bring another arm in there pitching, another batter in the lineup they can interchange in and out to get a hit here and there. Because they've had some good rolls. They've had 10 to 12 game winning streaks themselves. And they've been on some rolls. But like in baseball, one day you win and a couple of days you lose, and that's just how it goes. But we're getting to the point you got to look at how many wins to how many losses you've got. And these Rays this year are for real. And that's what they've proven. So I'm sure new ownership as it is, trying to get a new stadium, as we know, they might make a push. I'm looking for it. I don't know who they're going to trade away or what they're going to do as far as acquiring those players, but I look for them to get at least 2 players. And we'll keep you posted on the Rays news when that takes place, which we're pretty sure will happen before the end of July. Because at the last day of July, the 31st of July, no more trades, okay? You're stuck with what you got. So if you don't make the pool or you don't make the trade by that day, and you get into September and you're almost getting the playoffs, and October's coming and you had some injuries, well, you better go down to the minor leagues and get you some players. Hope you got some that can come up and contribute because you're going to be out of luck. So, it's pretty definite of who's really going to be the buyers and who's going to be the sellers. We'll keep you posted on that. Lightning, no news on them at all. They're off until October, so no news on the Tampa Bay Lightning as we sit here today. As far as the PGA, the British Open was this week, and Ryan Miller won it out of New Zealand, and it was a great victory for him, his first major. And the last major of the year for the PGA. There is no more major tournaments. The Masters, the PGA Championship, U.S. Open, British Open, all gone now. So they're winding down. The PGA's winding down. They'll be done in October now. In October, you'll see the golfers go away. They won't come back till about end of January, February of the following year. They're going to take off. Okay, so end of the PGA season's upon us. Joey Logano won the Nashville race, or the Wilkesboro race Sunday, North Wilkesboro, for Roger Penske and NASCAR. And other than that, that's about all there is as far as any major sports going on, except I cannot and will be remiss to say that the Spanish soccer team beat Argentina in the World Cup and became World Cup champions for the second time in their country's history. They won their first in 2010, and they won this year, 2026. So congratulations to Spain. Congratulations to Argentina, who had won it 4 years ago with Messi, their great star, and he liked to win it this time. So congratulations to Argentina for being the runner-up. And for the next 4 years, we won't have to worry about soccer. And the next time we have to worry about soccer, there'll be a new country that'll host the World Cup. It won't be the USA. It'll be, guess who? Spain. Spain will host the next World Cup, and guess when? 2030. So congratulations to Spain, and congratulations to the United States for hosting a great World Cup. The world came here. They loved it here. They love Buc-ee's. They love Walmart. They love the food. They love the people. They love the freedom. And if you want to find something on social media worth watching, watch the World Cup fans from all over the world coming to the United States and getting on air and going out to different businesses and parks and just loving this country and its freedom. You need to see that. You need to see all the countries that were here, and none of them had nothing bad to say about the United States. They couldn't get over the Buc-ee's. They couldn't get over the Bass Pro Shops. They couldn't get over how big it was, how friendly the people were. They've been told all these years how bad it was here. and how the cities were terrible. And when they got to see them, they said they couldn't have been nothing further from the truth. So, you know, in our country where we have these communist Democrats trying to take over our country, think about the world and let see what they've got to say about it. You wouldn't believe how many of them say they wish they could live in this country. This is a dream come true. And that Buc-ee's, they love them some Buc-ee's. They couldn't believe there's a gas station that big. It was funny. So if you get a chance, watch it. It was a beautiful, successful World Cup for this country. Wonderful. And it was 6 weeks worth of soccer, 16 different locations in Mexico and Canada and the United States. All hosted it, and it was wonderful. And it was wonderful for the economy, and it was wonderful for the people that was involved. So congratulations, Mexico. And we'll see you in 2030. We'll see the World Cup again. And the United States did a pretty good job getting to the final 16. So until next show, God bless you, and God bless the United States. Cowboy out.